Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. I'm your host, WendyO. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe and set alerts. That helps us support me and the channel. Today is the first Monday of 2022. So new year, new me. Well, I did work out this morning and I did hop in the freezing cold pool in beautiful Los Angeles, California. But more importantly, today is the 13th birthday of Bitcoin. And I really want to talk to you guys about this because it's a monumental day. 13 years ago, most of us didn't know what Bitcoin was. I actually heard about Bitcoin 2011, 2010, family members like, hey, let me borrow your credit card. I want to buy some Bitcoin online. I needed to buy something. And I was like, no, this stuff is weird. But more importantly, a lot of us didn't know what Bitcoin was or the importance of it and why it came about. I didn't learn until end of 2017, until I started to become more aware of my surroundings. But I really want to talk about the birth of Bitcoin and what it stands for. Back in 2008 was the housing crisis, was a financial crisis. Everybody that had a decent job, well, most people that had decent corporate jobs making six figures back then, people that own homes, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their homes. And back in 2008, 2009, 2010, I remember when all this stuff was happening because I had just started to get my life back together. I got out of the streets. I started living right. And a lot of these choices, a lot of the reason why I was in that situation is because I didn't make good choices. Some of it was my personal stuff that I had to deal with. But I was lucky enough to find a full-time job at a thrift store and then, end up working in healthcare after that, work my way up. But I was making like $7 or $8 an hour back then. And I was working full-time. And I remember I used to have to go to the dollar store and that's where I would buy my groceries. But I remember having a full-time job and being okay, even though I was, not making a whole lot of money. And everybody around me was struggling and suffering. And it was a crazy thing to witness. All my friends that had corporate jobs making six figures, they lost their jobs. People I know lost their homes, their livelihood. Buying a house in the United States was a very big deal. And it still is a big deal to me. And that was like the epitome of you made it. And one of the reasons why is because most of us came here because our families were immigrants. My family, they came here to escape oppression from Germany and Romania on my father's side. My mom's side, they came here from Sicily to get a better quality of life for their family. So I'm like third generation and I saw a lot of struggle between my family. But back to the story here. I saw so many people hurt back in 2008, 2009. And I had this little small job working at the thrift store with a lot of insane stuff. I don't even know how I made it out of that place alive. Sometimes there's a lot of drugs, there's prostitution, gang members, transients, all kinds of crazy things that were happening. But I had this little job and I was so excited for myself. But I think the hardest thing was I was finally doing okay. And I was watching people that I loved and care about lose their livelihoods and lose their homes. And Bitcoin was created out of that strife. I remember my best friend's parents. They literally came from the streets. They came from the trap. They bought a house, but they were also victims of predatory loans. They lost their home. They lost their livelihood out of 2008. My father-in-law, he lost his home. I remember helping him pack his stuff up. That house was a safe place for everybody. He would literally invite anybody. Like if you were on the streets, you didn't have anywhere to go, you can go to his house and he would take you in. And the fact that he lost his home and he lost his livelihood and he still hasn't been able to financially recover since then. It's something that just really resonates with me. And this is part of the reason why I Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was created out of 2008, out of the financial crisis to give people hope, to help us improve our quality of life. Bitcoin has taught me to think for myself. It has taught me to learn about traditional financial systems. It's forced me to push forward. And I know it's done the same for a lot of people. So I am forever grateful to Bitcoin. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. And thanks for letting me share this with you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin price action, get into some news, etc. Let's go, babes. So this is our Bitcoin chart, and even though we have really great news as Bitcoin celebrates its 13th year, the Bitcoin network, we're still in a consolidation range. So there's not a lot of excitement happening. Again, consolidation ranges between approximately 52,000 to about 45.6. And we have not even been able to get above 48.3. So right now, I'm expecting more consolidation. But taking a look at the charts, we do have some really strong support at about 45.4, 45.6. And we also are just going sideways. We could have an epic consolidation period like we saw back over here, May 19th to approximately July 23rd in 2021 in the summer. or we can make a volatile move. And I know I don't have a lot of information for you guys. I know it's very, very boring, but at the same time, I don't want to give a super bullish scenario because I'm not confident in that decision. I personally want to take a step back and watch to see what Bitcoin does. I want to see if we can get enough momentum to break above 52,000 or get enough momentum to break below 45.6. Right now, I'm going to lean a little bit short-term bearish just because I'm not really seeing too much excitement in the market. Even when we take a look at market cipher, we're heading downwards. We have MFI and the RSI heading downwards. When we're talking about the MFI, the money flow index, it's telling you if there's money coming or leaving the market. And if money is leaving the market, then we don't have a whole lot of buyers. And another important thing to note, a lot of people are focusing on NFTs right now. So we might get a long period of time where Bitcoin is consolidating. Either way, right now, it's looking like we are going to retest about 45.6. So it's important to kind of watch that area. If we do break below 45.6, look to about 42.6 as we have some nice support here with these two candle heads put together. I'm getting a lot of people asking me, Wendy, what are you investing in for 2022? And to be quite frank with you guys, I don't have an answer, but I do know that I am going to be looking to invest in more Metaverse, NFT, and play to earn projects. The reason why I want to do this is because we are still in a panorama. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's open, what's going to get shut down, etc. And a lot of people are getting really sick of working for a lot of these corporations and just all of that. It's just becoming an absolute nightmare. So a lot of projects that I'm paying attention to are going to be play to earn games because it just makes sense. And this particular project, we've covered it a lot on the show before because I think that they're going to do great things, but it is called Gaia Everworld. And they're actually going to be having their Gaia Warriors NFT sale, which will be hosted on Binance NFT Marketplace on January 18th at 12 p.m. UTC. So these types of projects are going to be on my radar, and I think that they're going to add massive utility and value to the crypto ecosystem. This project, their graphics are absolutely amazing. The team is putting in a lot of work, so I recommend you guys check it out. I'm not telling you to ape in to invest now, but I am telling you to check it out and also pay attention to projects similar to this because I think that they will do immensely well in 2022. Really quick reminder, because I have to do it consistently. Somebody allegedly was impersonating Vitalik on Instagram and they were able to steal money from a lot of people. I will tell you guys right now, Instagram is a cesspool for scammers. If anybody of any type of social influence messages you, probably block them, because it's not going to be that actual person. Most likely these people are scammers, and what they're doing is they're buying accounts, pretending to be people like Vitalik or Justin Sun or heck, maybe even me, and they're gonna try to scam you. So quick reminder, don't send anybody any personal information, any way, shape, or form. Let's go ahead and talk about Ripple / XRP for a moment, because the case was not settled yet with the SEC. And again, you guys, even though I don't necessarily like every single thing that XRP Ripple has done, I do like the fact that they are sticking up for the entire cryptocurrency and fighting against the SEC. So Mr. Charles tweeted this: 2022 will likely be the year of the biggest story in crypto space unfolds. Ripple versus the SEC. Win for Ripple / XRPL community will put limits on SEC enforcement power over crypto. A government win and the commission's powers are enhanced to point and go after Ethereum. I do not disagree with this. Ethereum had a pre-sale and they were not classified as a security. Mr. Daddy Gary Gensler is not really doing his job because his pockets are being filled by the legalized cartel. So either way, I'm excited to see this case come to an end soon. I don't know when it's going to come to an end. I hope it comes to an end soon, but at the same time, I don't want to rush it because I really want Ripple to be able to defend themselves and go after the SEC, because the SEC has been playing immensely dirty. And again, you guys, I want XRP to win. I want Ripple to win. Even though I don't necessarily agree with everything they do, I'm 100% here for this case. But let's go ahead and talk about some Ripple price action. All right, so this is our XRP chart, and I was 100% wrong because I thought that we were going to sustain this trend line and continue to climb up. However, we did get a bit of a breakdown, and we are at about 80, well, we broke down to about 80 cents, but it looks like we kind of want to pop back up. One of the issues that I'm seeing already is we have some heavy resistance taking place with our EMAs. So unless we're actually able to get back above 90 cents and continue to ride upwards and hit $1.02, we could see some more volatility. We may be able to head back down to about 80 cents and take Taking a look at our indicators on the daily, we're not looking too terribly great. Taking a look at the 12-hour chart here, it's also giving me a little bit of bearish vibe. So I'm not really seeing us get back above 87 cents or even above 90 cents at this point. I would be very cautious, and I would look for a potential move back down to approximately 81 cents or possibly 77 cents. But if we do break below 71 cents, it's not going to be looking too great. This story is kind of a doozy, and one of the reasons why is because China is like anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin, but at the same time, they're implementing a lot of blockchain technologies to their community, which is very interesting to me and kind of bizarre at the same time. But anyways, Shanghai includes Metaverse in its development plan. Shanghai's 5-year plan calls for the use of Metaverse in public services of business, entertainment, and industrial manufacturing. And we all know that Shanghai is very crowded. It is robust. There's a lot of people that live there. So I think that this is very, very cool. However, at the same time, it's not going to be decentralized. So they're going to be completely controlling it. But this is also bullish long-term because it is showing and it is letting us know that China is not sleeping on cryptocurrency. It's not sleeping on blockchain technology or the metaverse like the United States of America is. So even though China is a very, very suppressive, at the same time, they are still understanding how important and how big this is. And they're kind of working alongside of it, even though it's going to be completely centralized. I really wish the United States would get their stuff together. And lastly, big shout out to FTX US as they are going to start to integrate derivatives for US customers, stocks on FTX US, and self-hosted wallet support for FTX NFTs, which I absolutely love. And if you guys don't use FTX US for your NFTs, they allow you to have Solana NFTs and Ethereum NFTs, which is absolutely amazing. It's kind of like having a MetaMask Phantom wallet all in one. But again, you guys, it is a centralized exchange, so at the same time, it could potentially be a little bit safer. Either way, I think it is great news going into 2022, especially because we're going to have a lot of play to earn games, NFTs, metaverse projects incorporated. So I like the fact that a centralized exchange is allowing folks to take advantage of the safer ways to store your NFTs. But at the same time, not your keys, not your coins or NFTs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will catch you later tonight. Bye-bye.